Hey, this is Russ. You know, Rad Power Bikes has announced a new bike to replace their RadMini. The RadMini was a very popular model. It's their foldable bike. Okay, they had a step-through version and a step-over version. You know, I've always thought that these foldable bikes probably are best as a step-through version. I mean, there's the convenience of folding it, bringing it along with you. Why not have it even more convenient, just step through it, right? Rather than swinging your leg over the top. So it's just personal preference. So the new bike that they have now is called the RadExpand 5. The RadExpand 5 is only available as a step-through version, which is fine with me. I think that's perfectly fine. And they're offering it in two colors. It's in black and also in white. So you have an option of which way you want to go. Now, you might want to ask if I have a RadMini or if I have one of these new Expand 5s. I don't have either one, all right? I have a Rad Rover 5, which is the larger bikes, okay? And the thing is, if I had one of these bikes, I'd appreciate it. I think I can bring it to different places, throw it in the van, you know, or the minivan, and go. I don't have one of those either. My wife has an SUV. If I can put it in there, yeah, I can go different places. So yeah, I would definitely appreciate having one of these things. So, am I going to buy one? Well, we'll see. If Rad was to give me one, would I use it? Absolutely would. Definitely. It would bring us to different places that we can't go now. All right. I could drive farther, take the bike with me, get out and ride those areas. So yeah, I would appreciate one. Yeah. So let's talk about it. I'm going to look off camera as I usually do. We'll look at their website and we'll talk about some of the highlights that they've mentioned here. Okay. So they claim it to be an all-terrain bike. Yeah, they've made the bike into a 4-inch fat tire bike. I believe the older version had a 3-point-something inch tire. It's a bigger tire now, okay? It's a wider footprint. Now, there's good and bad to that. You know, if you're riding mostly pavement, I don't know whether you're going to notice that much of a difference, okay? But if you're riding on gravel or other things, yeah, that wider footprint would come in handy. Now, the first thing a lot of people will usually notice when they look at the bike, too, is they have removed the front suspension fork. Yeah, it's not there anymore. The RadMini had a suspension fork. They don't have that on the new bike that's out. And now some people would say, well, that's a drawback. Well, yeah, yes and no, okay? Some people feel that they don't like the squishiness that happens when the bike is bouncing up and down because of the suspension fork. Other people prefer to have it. My personal preference is I would like to have it. But because of the dollar savings, yeah, maybe it's okay to lose that. I mean, we're talking a $200 difference. The current bike, the Expand 5, is $12.99, whereas the RadMini was $14.99. So there's a $200 price difference. That's got to come from somewhere. So that's one of the things that they've removed. Okay, and then that removal of that suspension fork too helped reduce the weight. The current weight of this bike is down 9%. So you're talking a bike that will make it easier to get on and off if you have to load it into the vehicle, right? So in my opinion, that might be a good thing. It's a reduced weight, okay? Now, they also mentioned, too, that the geometry of the bike is easier to steer, easier to maneuver. Now, I don't know that for a fact because I don't have one, right? But this is what they're claiming. They're also saying that it's more versatile in a sense because they're giving you a rear rack. Now, if you were to buy a rear rack for the RadMini, you're talking $79 plus tax. So really, in a sense, this is a $200 less expensive bike with a rear rack, which saved you another $79. Okay? So in my mind, this is a good deal. Yeah, this is actually a very good deal of a bike. And another thing, all right? I like the look of the bike. Now, I've noticed that on some of the various forums that are out there, people are already talking about this bike. A lot of people like it too because the Mini had this very large stem, okay? And some people said it looks like a clown bike when I'm on the bike, okay? If you're a tall person and you've got this long stem in front of you, it doesn't look quite as good. This new bike looks nicer. There's better adjustments, too, that you can make on the handlebars. So, in my opinion, the bike looks nicer. It functions pretty much the same. They mentioned that the motor is a 750-watt motor. Well, We don't know that for a fact. We have to take their word for it, okay? Because people have said in the past that Rad power bike motors are not as strong as some others. A lot of them claim that they're 500 watt motors that peak at 750, but yeah, let's assume they put some decent power in here. Now, the thing too is these are smaller wheels and things. You're going to get a little more torque out of this bike. So I think on the long run, if they put a true 750 in here, this is going to be a really nice bike. Now, you do lose some other things, okay? You don't have a display. There is no display on this bike. So you can't tell whether you're going 10 miles an hour, 15 miles an hour. You can't see it. So you're only going based on feel. And the only thing you have control over is your pedal assist. There's 4 levels of pedal assist. It is a 7-speed bike. So you do have a derailleur that will allow you to go 7 speeds. And your pedal assist allows you to do 4 levels of pedal assist. So you lose the display. Now, that's good and bad, all right? If you're one that likes to know how many miles you've ridden, you want to know what's your total usage of your bike. If you want to know how fast you're going, what's the power level your battery's running at, you're not going to know that because it's not there, okay? So some people will say that that's not good. Others will say if it saves me the money, go ahead and take it off. All right, it's a personal preference. Now, personally, I like to see what I'm doing. I like to see my distance. I like to see how fast I'm going. These are Class 2 bikes, so they're limited to 20 miles an hour. I don't know whether you can unlock that or not. All right, but yeah, I would kind of miss the display screen. Yeah, so that in my mind, not so good. Okay. But again, to save the money, some things have to come off. Now, some people have said, I wonder if you can add that. Well, that would be only possible if there's wiring available to bring that up there, okay? Or if you'd have to run wires to bring a display to it, which means a little bit of surgery. You'd have to run the wire through the bike and everything. So I don't know. It might be more involved than the average person can do, and I don't even know whether Rad is actually offering that as an option. I think it would be nice if they did offer it as an option for those people who would like to put a display screen on there, charge them a little bit more and have the factory put it on there. That would be kind of nice. So overall, okay, is this bike worth it? I'd say yeah. At $12.99, definitely worth it. And Rad offers discounts every now and then. There's usually discount codes available. Like for instance, you could use my discount code. I always have a discount code in all my videos. It saves you $50, okay? You get $50 off, I get $50 for the referral. So if you want to buy one of these bikes, go ahead and use the referral code. I'll put it in the description of the video below. That saves you a little bit of dollars there. As far as availability, according to the website, it ships within 2 business days, which means they have them available now, all right? So if you're looking for a foldable bike and you want to stay with the Rad Power Bikes brand, here's an option for you, $1,299. Now, I don't know whether they have any more of the minis available. They might. I don't know if they're discounting those or not, or whether they're just going to sell through them and be done with them. But at this point, $12.99 is a really good deal for a Rad Power Bike because a lot of their bikes nowadays are getting higher in price. Yeah, I've noticed that. Even like my Rad Rover is now a 6 Plus. That's a $2,000 bike. It's $1,999. Okay. At one time, these bikes were a lot less money, but again, supply chain issues, popularity of the bikes, the prices are coming up. So to get a $1,299 bike that has all these available things, it's worth it. I mean, they do have a Rad Mission, which is a traditional looking bike, but it's a single gear bike. It doesn't have speeds on it. So this has the standard 7 speeds that typically come on most of the Rad power bikes. So, and it's foldable, all right? And it's not that much more than a Rad Mission. So $12.99, yeah, I think it's a good deal. Yeah. So anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Check it out yourself. I'll put a link to their website page so that you can go directly to this bike and take a look at it. And again, if you need a discount, use the discount code that's inside my description. Okay, that'll save you $50. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys next time.